proactive. And I know that you've looked a lot into things like mediation. I think mediation, I think there's a science behind mediation. I think that the defense oftentimes has a great opportunity in mediation to resolve a case at a fair value. Can you talk about your thoughts about the role of experts and how they can be used in a mediation to hopefully resolve the case in a fair, equitable way?
Yes, that's a great question. I think that, sitting in on, well over 100 mediations, when we were trying to resolve a number of claims, what you start to see is patterns, right? And so if you have both sides that are coming to a mediation with the honest intent to settle, or at least the honest intent to understand the position of the other person, I think you can advance the ball. But I think if you have at least on the insurance side, if you have an adjuster that says, well, I'm not going to write a check over X dollar amount, and I don't care what else gets shown at me, and they may not have all the facts, when they make that particular determination, right? And so part of the role of the expert in mediation is, I'll sit down with that opposing expert and we'll hash through the facts of the case. Are there some gray areas that maybe, he found that for some reason we didn't find, or if there's some information they were privy to that we were not privy to? Obviously that can dramatically influence, our ultimate opinion. And so really the role of the expert is, let's gain a true and complete understanding of what all the facts are. And then that way I can go back and advise my client in the side room to say, hey, based on this new information that has been made available to us, here's my range of opinions. And at the end of the day, I'd say, the insurance business, at the end of the day, it's a business, right? Everything should be about return on investment. And so the business side of my brain has always really enjoyed the insurance business from, if it's going to cost us more to investigate than the actual loss is, let's just pay the claim and walk down the road, right? Yeah. And so, so that's the way I really view the strategic role of experts in mediation, is to make sure that a complete analysis of all the facts is gathered, present to your client the range of opportunities or the range of ways that this thing could go based on what you know, and then let them make a business decision, which is really what they're needing to make in mediation, make a business decision about, do we spend another $20,000 or $30,000 in litigation costs to push this thing forward? Or do we settle for this, what should be a fair dollar amount? Or, occasionally the other side is completely unreasonable. The facts are not on their side, and they want to, they want to roll the dice and take it to trial and see what a jury of 12 says, right? So in those cases, you can't do anything. Although I will say, you can have some short presentations, obviously, in mediation where I provide some information, and it allows the other side and the other side's client to see what I'm going to say in trial. And so it sort of gives them a bit of a peek behind the curtain where they can say, we're going to have to overcome this if we choose to move forward. And sometimes it helps a plaintiff attorney to some extent. I hate to say plaintiff because I work for both sides, but occasionally it can help that other opposing attorney to reconcile the expectation side on their client side as well, when they start to see the mountainous evidence maybe against them, and helps to bring them more in line with what a reasonable or amicable conclusion could be.